And just like that, it is Monday.
Yes, it is.
Hello. How are you?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, no kidding. I finally got my amp rack for my 22 Ram started.
Very nice.
Man, you're ahead of the game because I have not started my amp rack for my
for you 2020
for my 2020 Mustang. So you're doing good.
There you go, man.
Phantom Chris.
What up?
My voice is shut.
Yeah.
Let's talk about ANC.
Talking about ANC.
Yep.
The commercial that you just watched, you can go and find ANC, with this amazing tool that is a 2-channel RTA electrical. It's electrical 2-channel RTA.
Yeah.
You can hook it up and you can find out, if you have ANC in your car. So how can you do that? Do you have the noise?
Yeah, actually, hold on.
Bring the noise.
So
there you go. So, okay, how are you going to play the video, huh?
Good morning, guys. Today we're going to take a look at using the IRTA2 to test for fake engine noise, commonly referred to as ANC. For this example, we're in a Honda Accord, which is one of the most popular vehicles that has it. We want to show you what it looks like so that when you're troubleshooting and trying to figure out if your installation is doing something strange, how to use this tool to figure out if indeed it has it. The first step is to make sure that the vehicle is totally closed. Trunk, hood, windows are rolled up, and doors are closed, which means I'm going to hop in. Once inside the car, make sure you have the IRTA2 connected to the speaker that you want to test. Plug your IRTA2 into your iDevice using the aux to lightning adapter. Select your RTA software that you'd like to use. In this case, we're using the Studio 6. Turn on the channel switch that you're connected to and rev up the engine. What you're seeing there is the fake engine noise. One more time. As you notice, the signal feathers up and feathers down. This is why your subwoofer makes such a strange noise. Disconnect or program off the ANC and try again. In this particular vehicle, it's located beneath the air conditioning controls, but can also sometimes be found in the glove box. With it now disabled, rev the engine up again. And you'll see it is no longer there. Thank you guys so much for watching this demonstration with the new IRTA2. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.
And just like that, this is how you find ANC in your car.
Now, how do you bypass it is another one of those.
It's another video. This is another video how you bypass it.
But I wanted to show that just to kind of give everyone an idea of what ANC is. Automatic noise canceling. Fake engine noise and ANC are kind of the bane of the existence, and they all kind of fall under the same category of ANC. I don't know why. I think Ford made it like that. As far as how to bypass, it's going to vary from car to car. So, for example, like in something as simple as a Honda, there's always an external module. Some of the Lexuses, external modules, as well as sometimes you go into the radio and program it. You program it out. Ford is done through a dealer setting, which you can do also with the iData AR, as well as ForeScan. BMWs, there's Beamer Tech. Is it Beamer Tech? Beamer Tech, there's a tool and an app you have to buy, and then you can go in and program it off. Dodge is done through a harness that you can buy, and actually Metro just came out with a new harness for standalone.
What up, Jay?
Hey.
How you doing, buddy?
You can do Dodge through that. Now, a lot of the times when you do like an Amp Pro, a Zen module, or like a DSR1 through AR, it negates the fake engine noise because you're taking the signal out of the radio, and typically ANC is something that is fed back into the radio. So when you're doing that kind of an interface, it will shut that off. Do I have my what?
All the manufacturers where you can buy tier harnesses and all that stuff, maybe they can find your module in there. MetroOnline.com, PackAudio.com, iData, Maestro.com.
Well, what I was going to say is there's also a Facebook group called Where's All the Mics?
Where are they?
I don't know.
They're looking for it. That's
also another thing, as well as a lot of the forums for that specific car.
Yeah.
When we get a car in that has ANC, that's typically what we do is we have to search it as much as everybody else. So it can be fun.
Yeah.
It can really suck for sure. But.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what happened?
No, I just got a text message. So
let
me answer this real quick after.
Answer it. All right. I'm just trying to look for
okay.
your questions.
All right. So behind us is this box by Moscone. It's to the left of the L7, and that not that one, that one either. We're gonna go here. It's Monday. We had a really long weekend. Anyways, so one of the cool things that we got to check out this weekend, we hung out with the Orca guys, and they're loaning us. This has to go back. We only got it for like a couple weeks. And Nick, our buddy Nick Wingate, was like, why is the air compressor on?
Because I was cutting the sizes of
it's like retro, bro.
I know, hey.
The air conditioner hasn't been on in so long. Oh my gosh.
Hey man, that was a rookie move, bro. Oh, look at that. Just leave it like that.
Leave it like what?
No, just
yeah. I got the tweeter eyes.
Yeah, you got the
right there. Right there.
Just stay there. Don't move.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Nick was like, y'all need to take this home and play with it. You know what it doesn't have? It doesn't have that cool piece of plate.
Of course.
This is their demo. So, but this is the Moscone 830.
830.
Now, we've reviewed the 430.
Yes.
This is the 830. What makes the 830 super cool is a bunch of things. For one, it has staggered power. It's an AV class amplifier, but it also has a 12-channel DSP built into it. That's what these two RCAs over here are for. These are outputs. So it has an Aerospace 8 to 12 built into it. This amp is also compatible with the new Barney, which for those of you guys are going, I don't know what Barney is. I know he's not a purple dinosaur, but you're going to find out here later this week because Sage and I sat down and did a video. You can't. I know you want to keep it so bad.
I know you're jealous, Christian.
So we're going to help you guys understand what that is. And then we're also going to, later next week, we're going to head off to Arizona to go see our good friends at Mobile Solutions as well as Orca. And we're going to sit down and we're going to film a whole how-to.
I had the chance to wave to Christian.
I was going to say, I talked to him for 5 minutes.
Yeah, at least you talked to him. I just say, hey, buddy. But we're like busy, man. But I was happy to see him.
This is we're going to be playing with this extensively. You could send one to me. What's up, Bobby?
What up, Bobby?
And we're pretty excited because this is a really badass amplifier, and we want you guys to know more about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the game. Here's the game that we want you guys to play. Obviously, you can head over to Moscone.com, MosconeAmerica.com, and you can check out more of the amplifier right here. They have a bunch of pictures. They have a bunch of tech specs, such as it's that power output at 4 ohms is 90 by 4 and 170 by 2. That's insanity, but yeah, you got it. It'll do 2 ohm. You can bridge and get 2 by 230 as well as 2 by 440. So if you want to do like a 6-channel audio system, the smaller channels are just that. They're the smaller channels. Those are going to be for your tweeters or mid-range. The bigger channels are for your mid-bass. But if you wanted to put a subwoofer in there, you got 440 watts to power it. It's just a pretty awesome amplifier for sure. But we'll all learn more about what makes this amplifier super amazing here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We've already put one of these in, and I have to tell you, wow. I mean,
What?
Wow.
Yeah, that's exactly what the customer said. And the customer was coming from an amazing system to begin with, and we took it all out and we put one of these in. And literally when I turned it on and let him hear it, the first thing he said to me was, "Wow." So I'm really looking forward to letting you guys experience the joy that is this. So stay tuned for that.
Oh, we'll let you know. Oh, and then hopefully by that time we have the microphone.
Oh, we won't. No. The microphone doesn't come until.
Never mind.
The other thing we also got a chance to play with that we had to give back because it's not finished is Audio Frog's new head microphone, which some of you guys got a chance to see, and we were trying to use it with the iPhone, and it's my fault. It didn't work, and the reason why it didn't work is because we were using the wrong jack. We didn't use. When you use a microphone on an iPhone, you need a special jack, and for some dumb reason, I didn't even think about it. So it didn't function. It was my fault. It was nothing to do with the microphone. Actually, that night when I got back to the hotel room about 2:30 in the morning, after having to go back out and get my hotel key from the car in the parking garage a mile away, I sat in the room and recorded a cool video for you guys, so you'll get a chance to hear what the mic was actually supposed to be doing if you caught that live that we did. So stay tuned for that.
Okay.
There again, these are things I'm going to try to get out next week and a half. So, okay. So the assignment is, because I know you guys are going to, how much is it? You have to figure out how much the 830 is and let us know. Because honestly, I don't know. So go do some homework, figure out what the price on the Moscone 830 is. And, well, everyone should actually have one. That would be my recommendation, is everyone should go buy an 830. Where's a good place to mount an amp that doesn't fit under the seat in a 2016 Grand Cherokee? 2016 Grand Cherokee, there is room behind the driver's side. Yeah, there is some room behind the driver's side. But if it's a giant amplifier, I know in the past we've made a bracket to attach it to the driver's side. If it has the factory subwoofer on the passenger side, you can take the factory sub out if you don't need it and put it there. Keep in mind that anytime you hide these things behind panels, and especially in that vehicle, they are a pain in the ass to get those out. The fact that it's too big to fit underneath that driver's seat where that cool pocket is, it might not actually be, because there's actually more space underneath there than the pocket. The pocket does shrink in. So depending on, if we're talking like 4 or 5 inches, then yeah, no. But there's another couple inches. If you remove the pocket or part of the pocket, there is some more room underneath there to go a little bit longer. But it is a lot of work, because you have to pull the seat out of the car, disconnect the battery, then you have to pull out the carpet, then you have to pull out this big giant plastic piece. So it is a lot more work, but obviously it's going to have to go in the back.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I have a 2014 Ford Focus with the Sony upgrade system. I want to upgrade the speakers and the subwoofer like the episode you did on the Focus.
Yeah, the blue guy.
Yes. Question is, do I need to keep the factory amplifier or remove it?
So on a 2014, what you saw in the videos, we had... All right, so that's going to be an Amp Pro Sony. So that's going to be like the first generation Amp Pros. When you do that, if you do an Amp Pro, you have to retain the factory amplifier, because that worked in conjunction with the factory amplifier. If you go to something like an AR DSR1, or you go with the new ARC PSM Pro with AR connection, any AR connection, you can remove the factory amplifier. You can also do a Blackbird, which is the ARC Audio Blackbird. So there's 3 options there available currently for you to remove the factory amplifier and use that space. You could do a DSR1, you could do the PSM Pro from ARC, or you can do the Blackbird from ARC. Those are all going to connect via AR, and that will allow you to do that. Otherwise, if you're going to do an Amp Pro and go with somebody else's material, then you do have to keep the factory amplifier.
All right, so talking about Focal, Moscone, and Glidden, can you buy the Focal K2 3-inch and the tweeters separately?
yes, if you have a Focal dealer in your neighborhood, you can. Focal sells what's called Focal. They have a internal system called Focal Parts. Focal Parts sells any part of the Focal system that you want to buy. So if you want the KRS tweeter,
KRS, yes,
the bigger one, you can just buy those. If you just want the 3.5, you can just buy those. So any Focal dealer can get those for you. Okay. You're gonna be surprised. They are expensive. There's no question about it. It's not anymore. I mean, it's just what it is. But yes, you can buy those separately through a Focal dealer. If you do not have a Focal dealer in your area, please feel free to give Paul a call. Paul will gladly sell them to you here. Yep. 727-216-6170 has nothing to do with us. But if you can give him a call and he can get you those. Keep in mind, if you need part numbers because he will not know them. Just saying.
No.
So. My question is, the Sony ES touchscreen as good and sound like the RSGS9? Honestly, I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that because we haven't been able to trade off between the two, and right now we can't get any more Sony stuff because we haven't put in the stuff that they gave us.
So you're like,
nothing I can do. And there's nothing we can do at the moment. We just need to put the stuff.
He's like, dude, man, it's been 6 months, and I'm like, what are you talking about? It's been like 7 months, and he's like, okay, I like it. At least you're honest, and I'm like, hey, man.
It's
how it is. But they say it has the same features, the same processor as the
No, not the same processor. It has the modern processor.
The modern processor.
Which, if you don't know what we're talking about, we did do a YouTube this past weekend where we got to look at the 3 new Sony products that came out. We got the chance to talk with them, and they went over some of the things. And so, yeah, if you didn't check that out, go ahead and check it out. But they are telling us that it is an amazing sounding piece, and that yes, this is what is replacing the GS9.
There you go. You want to drop anyone?
What? Oh, you can pull whatever you want, man. What overall battery would you choose? XS Power or Odyssey or something else? Only driving 1,200 watts, but want a good overall reliable battery. I mean, it used to be easy. This used to be an easy question. Could you say, go get a good XS Power battery, go get a good Stinger battery? And I feel XS Power is doing a better job than Stinger because Stinger really isn't putting any effort into it anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas XS Power, that's kind of what they do.
I mean, that's the primary. Yeah.
If I was going to buy a battery right now, I would probably call XS Power and ask them, hey, what do you recommend for my car? And this is what I'm going to do because they're the guy. And you can do that. Like you could actually call them and ask, and they'll tell you because that's their thing. Some of these lithiums, like what Jeff has underneath the hood of his car, I don't remember what it was. That seems like a really nice battery.
Yep.
It also, I don't know enough about it to care. Wow,
Maury.
Dude, how do we bend the shit out of that?
We bend it?
Yeah, look at that. I don't know. It's bent. That's funny. Marty, dude. Marty comes up to me and goes, hey, man, I had a great conversation with your wife. You want me to tell? No, it's the conversation you had with her. You don't have to tell me, man. You don't have to tell me. Hi, guys. Hey. With limited space on a truck, would you recommend 2 Alpine PWD-X5s under each front seat and bridge one with front coaxials and rear coaxials on the other one? Thanks. No, I would definitely not do that. If you do want to do under seat woofers, okay, it's a decent under seat woofer for sure, but really not the best idea for what you're trying to do. There are small amplifiers now. There's a plethora of small amplifiers now. As far as under seat woofers like that, Kicker does make a 10-inch under seat woofer that's really slim, and it's about the same size as that. And if you had room for that, I would probably do 2 of those. They're amplified as well, and then maybe pick up something like a Kicker Key to run the front stage. That would be a good option. Alpine also makes their new little amplifiers that attach to the back of the radio. They have a 200 watt they basically make 2 200 watt versions of it. They have the 200 watt mono and they have the 200 watt by 4. So if you're not going to do DSP, but obviously you're thinking DSP, I would look at the Kicker Key. Another cool amplifier to add to that, like if you're going to do those like 2 10-inch kickers, would maybe if you need more channels to do the JBL DSP amplifier, the 8-channel DSP amplifier. Would be a cool little amp to do that. It's small power, but it's actually very powerful because you go full active. You'll have 8 channels to use. One of them will be used for the subwoofer output because you'll do a high level into that. And then as well as Infinity has a 4-channel version of that with a little bit more power, and it's AB. And they're both really tiny. So
very nice.
Plenty of room. All
right. Jason, thank you for the 5, man. Z1000W and the audio control D1200. Do you I'm going to say bypass?
Yeah.
The JVC EQ with the D1200 or set both to 80 hertz, 3-way set. We waiting on the bandpass.
Bandpass EQ video.
Okay.
So yes, if I'm using a D1200 or any DSP amplifier for that matter, that's going to go out and feed a subwoofer amplifier, I'm going to use the DSP and I'm going to turn that amplifier's crossover all the way up. So meaning all the way up is not all the way down. So I'm not going to put it at 50, 80. It usually goes up to 200 or something like that. That's where it's going. I'm also turning off any bass effects like punch bass or bass boost or any of that stuff. I'm turning that off. That's not to say I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to turn it off because it's something that I can deal with the EQ. Then I will use that. And then if I get it done and I still feel like I need a little bit of extra I'm going to do that. Okay. Now, if this is the radio.
Yes, that's
okay. Radio. I'm not using the radios. I'm okay. So as far as like time alignment and crossover, they're off. I'm not going to turn those on for anything. I could still use subwoofer volume control without the crossover being on, which I will use. And then as far as the 13 band, as well as the parametric EQ that's built into it, the parametric EQ that's built into it, I'm not going to use because I don't need what it has. But the 13 band EQ with the 4 presets that it has, I will probably make some presets using that EQ because it's a global EQ. So I'll use the EQ processor that is in the D1200 and I will tune my car, get it to where I think it sounds the best. And then if I need to go back and let's say make something for talk radio or something for some obscure form of music that I listen to that doesn't really, it needs a little bit more work, that I will use that global EQ built into the JVC to do that. And it also has their bass boost that's built into it.
Right. This is a question for you.
Okay. Just a question for me. Dean, question. Who would you want to build your dream system besides yourself? Oh, man, that's a
good one, right?
Ooh, okay, so, like...
That's hard, bro.
No, I mean, honestly, the first name that popped in my head was Tom.
Yes.
Tom and the guys at Music Car Northwest.
Yeah.
You know, and I know, like, Tom would design it, and TJ would do it, and then Pierce would wire it up, and whoever else is over there would do their thing. I would be totally joyed to let them, like, I would have no problem. Yeah, Music Car, I have no problem letting them do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that might hurt some guys' feelings because they're like, bro, what up, you know?
Right. No, but like, it's just, yeah.
But I'm just going to say, a lot of the other guys, it's like, I would let them help me. But if I had to step away, you know, give total control.
Yeah.
Tom is probably.
Yeah, you're gonna ship the car. They're gonna do it.
And I only say that because we've worked with Tom, and I know his work ethic.
Yeah.
And so I know I wouldn't even have to think about it. And I think Doug agrees with me.
Yeah.
Tom is the best. I've seen it at design. Yeah. So I mean, I know I could hand it off to Tom and not have to ever think about it until it was done, and he would just hand me the keys, and I'd be like, yeah, cool. You know,
for sure.
Yeah. I don't, and it's okay. I mean, are there other people that I would let? Yeah, I would, but I'm just answering the question as it pops up.
No, and that's what I put it because that's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question.
Okay, hang on.
Hold on, let me do this real quick. What is a good RTA mic that is not too much money? Now, are you just asking for the mic, or are you asking for something like a USB mic? if you're looking for a USB mic, the U-Test mic from Audio Control for Studio 6, I think you can get it at Studio 6 or Audio Control. But the U-Test mic is like $120 maybe. It used to be $120. I haven't looked in a while, but we have it. We use it when we need to do like a radio or something like that. You can use it for more heavy lifting because it's USB-C. It plugs in an iPad. You can take it outside the car. It's the new iPads. You can use the Studio 6 software, which is really nice. So yeah, from that regard, then to me, that's the one we've worked with. Now we have some other ones that, but I haven't used those, even though we have them. And I know like the old Dayton one that could plug into like the aux jack on the phone, which you probably still like aux to USB or aux to USB-C or aux to Lightning adapter. Those are like $25. But I feel if you're really trying to do this, then something like the U-Test mic is probably the better move. Okay. That's all I got. And if you're just looking for one that is like a regular microphone, I'd just get the Audio Control because like that's what they do.
All right.
Nope, sorry. We hit it at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
Best speaker for C5 Vet convertible. Want them loud. Not worried about getting wet. Just want to hear them when going 80. And 2 is down, and the top is down.
So he wanted loud. Don't care. I just want
the best of the best. I mean, you know, it really comes down to power more so than speakers because you got to be able to make those speakers move. You know, when I think of loud, I think of K2.
When I'm thinking loud, I'm thinking the Ground Zero red basket.
Right, but I don't think he's meaning like that. I mean, I'm thinking K2.
Okay, I
don't
know
because it's a Corvette. I mean, if we want
loud is different than my loud.
Well, but there again, I loud and sound are two totally different things. So you know, if we want it loud and still pinkies out, sipping, you know, appreciating the music, I think you're going to do that with K2 power more than you're going to do that with the red baskets from.
Yeah, but if
you're just looking for if you're just looking for at you,
all right,
then
80 miles an hour. Yeah, with the top down.
The K2s are going to kill it. You put real power on them. I mean, Utopia M's would be even better, but I mean, the K2s are going to do it. You're just going to need power. You know, you got to have power. The reality is the only way to make it loud at 80 miles an hour is you're going to need power. You're going to have lots of power. So it's not the speakers. Yeah, speakers is half of it. Power is the other. Where are you going to put the power? You know, to make those speakers loud. Even if you go ground zero, you don't need power. You know, you're like 120 watts a channel.
Yeah.
You know, so you're still going to need power. I mean, they're both going to be loud. I mean, it's both going to be insane, right?
I just don't know.
You know, there again, I mean, looking at the car, yeah, the ground zeros might be the better way to go. I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's a totally different car. That's you know, probably an Impala.
Yeah, so there you go. GZCC 165 SPL Pro components.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I mean, but yes, there's plenty of speakers out there that can do it. It's just a matter of do you want.
What do you want?
What do you mean by loud? And don't try to explain it in the comments because. But yes, go look at both of those, and then you can kind of figure out what you think is.
I feel you should go to a retail store and talk to them and say, "This is what I want. What kind of speakers? You know, it works for me."
Hold on, let me read this real quick. I have a pair of Illusion audio components. Instructions are to run these by amp. Can I run a 4-channel and rear 6x9s amped? And sub, all right, hold on. An amp, 3 amps total off the aftermarket head unit. Yeah, you can run as many amps as you want off the aftermarket head unit. Basically, what they're saying is you're going to run a 4-channel amp to buy amp a speaker. So that means you're going to buy one 4-channel amp. The RCA that's going to come out of that aftermarket head unit is going to just be the fronts, if that's where they're going, which is the front. So typically on a 4-channel amplifier, it has an A plus B switch. The A plus B means that it's going to feed whatever is in 1 and 2 into 3 and 4, which is ideally what you're looking for. So You only have to run one RCAs into that 4-channel amplifier on most. Make sure it has an A plus B switch. If it does, then you flick that, and then all 4 of your inputs are going to be populated. So, your left will be left on 1 and 3. Your right will be right on 2 and 4. Those will go off to the speakers. Now, if it has a passive crossover that you're going to be passing through, nothing to worry about. If it does not have a passive crossover that you're going to be running through and you have to run active, that is where you're going to run into some problems with a basic 4-channel amplifier, because when they say that, they're telling you that you need an amplifier that is capable of running a tweeter, which means you need a 10 times multiplier switch, because you need to be able to cross it over at like 35 to 5,000 hertz. Most 4-channel amplifiers will only have a 200 or 220 hertz on it. And that's not going to work. The other thing too is the mid bass needs what's called a bandpass, meaning it needs to stop where the tweeter starts, okay, and it needs to have its own bottom, meaning it needs to stop somewhere. So let's say a bandpass gives you 2 crossovers. One on low side is 80 hertz, and one on high side would be that 35 to 5,000, one or the other. Okay, so that is if you're going to go active. So the amplifier you buy has to have that capability, or you can't run those speakers off of it without blowing them up. And I wouldn't do that because you can't get them anymore. If you want to run another amplifier for the rear 6x9s, it's totally fine. That's going to come out of the rear RCAs. And then if you're going to run one for the subwoofer, that would obviously come out of the subwoofer RCA. So you can run as many amps as you want out of RCA output. It's just a matter of what do you want it to do. Okay. Sorry. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, buddy Jesus. What are the similarities and differences between the Focal iSub Twin and the JBL Fuse? I'm considering them in an under-seat, front-seat, mid-bass solution. Thanks in advance. It's funny, but we've actually done, which we did at Mobile Solutions last year. That one? Yeah, was the iSub Twin from Focal. It has a small 8-inch subwoofer that is in like a weird shaped box that fires forward, and we use them as a mid bass in a Jeep. Mm-hmm. So we put a flax tweeter in the dash. We kept the factory 4-inch, and we used the mid bass out of that as mid bass. And we powered them all off of the 8 to 12 or the 8 to 10. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the 8 to 10. 8 to 10 Moscone amplifier. And we had a lot of fun doing it. It sounded really, really good. Yeah. The Fuse, we've only used that as a subwoofer. We've done one in a Dakota, and we underneath the back seat of the Dakota, and we did another one as a subwoofer in the back of like a Tahoe, where we kept them together, and they put out a lot of bass, and it was pretty cool. I don't think one is going to be. I think they'll both probably do what you're asking for. So I'm not going to sit here and say you should buy this. However, I feel like Focal is really pushing it for the situation that you're trying to create.
I mean, I heard them.
Yeah.
And that was great.
Yeah, so they were. So we've heard them in the application that you're trying to do, because we also had the sub in the back. So, I think the iSub is probably the winner, only because I know that the JBL is really pushing the Fuse as a subwoofer. And I think as a mid bass, it's probably going to fall flat, because it's just not made to do that. Yeah. So that would be my take.
There you go.
Hello from Sound Effects. What's up, Gary?
Man? Gary. Yeah, look at that.
Hey, guys from Nova Scotia. Hope all is well. All is wonderful.
Yeah, everything is good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's spectacular. But before we go any further, I need to do this real quick. Hey, guys. Have you heard of this little company called Audio Control? Hide current comment. Let's get rid of that real quick. Audio Control just did a thing. Some of you guys know about it because you're watching the show. But Audio Control has just introduced subwoofers. Oh my gosh, that's right. We have subwoofers, and currently shipping are these, the Space Series. You can pick them up at 10s and 12s. Single voice coil, all of them. They come in single 2 and single 4 for your pleasure. But make sure you head over to audiocontrol.com, check out some of the specifications, and see if it's something that might work for your needs. And then in very shortly, we're going to have speakers. So these guys right here are on their way. The PNW, Pacific Northwest, is what that actually stands for. So these are this is the first round of speakers that are going to come out. There are more coming, but that's all I can say.
Yeah.
But head over to audiocontrol.com. Thank you so much. Okay. Any parts available yet to change the radio in a newer Tacoma, JBL, or standard either? The newest one? No. Not yet.
Probably not.
No, it's not. It's got that new dash.
Yeah. There you go.
I was gonna say, do your Sage voice. You're all dumb. Oh, God.
That's what you got?
That's all I got. So I told Sage, I said, you know what I want you to do next time you do a training? And I feel I shouldn't tell anyone, but the odds of somebody being there, I said, dude, when you go up on stage, I want you to do your best Dean imitation. Be like, hey guys, just like go full board. And then as soon as you go to start it, go back to Sage. All right, so I want you guys to pay really close attention.
Yeah.
Or go, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I can't do Arturo's voice right now. My throat is too shot. I can't get that high frequency that he gets. The Muppet voice. I can't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My voice is stressed out, man.
There you go.
I have a 2023 F-150 with the BO Unleashed. Whoa! For those who don't know, the Unleashed means it's got speakers here. It's got a 3-way set up front. It's got speakers above your head. It's got speakers in the back. It's got a set there. It's got a rugby football for a subwoofer. It's got a ton of speakers in it, and it still sounds like poo-poo, and it has a center channel. I want to replace the front and rear speakers. What do you recommend for a 3-way, and what amps? Thanks in advance. So we just did one not too long ago, and that customer was a big fan of Alpine. So we were actually upgrading from an Alpine. The Unleashed is one of those weird guys because it's got a lot of speakers in it that do a lot of crap. The customer that we had the truck for a year. It was a 2022, and he absolutely loathed the system. He thought it just sounded like stupid, and he was shocked when we told him all the speakers that it had, because he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. He goes, man, that's not good. So you have to decide if like all those extra speakers are meaningless to you and they're not important, then it's real simple. Any 3-way set that you really like, obviously I'd recommend something high-end. We talked about K2s. Obviously I'm a big fan of Morel, but that's not the only ones out there. But yes, a nice 3-way set, depending on how loud you want it. Now, when it comes to amplifiers and integration, it's still the amplifier integration. So you still do Amp Pro. You still do Zen. The AR piece isn't shipping yet, but that will be out soon. So it depends when you want to do it. All of them have Toslink output. Power is the other thing. I would strongly recommend doing a 3-way active set. So I would look at something like an 8-channel amplifier with a DSP built into it, or at least amplifiers with DSP. It's an Unleashed. If you want to go full crazy, this guy right here, the Moscone 812, or I'm sorry, the Moscone 830 would be like the top of my list. Like, I can do that. Would be an amazing amplifier because it's designed to do that. It has 4 channels that are designed to power tweeter mid-range, and then 4 more channels that are designed to do mid-bass. So you could use it to power the 3 front speakers, as well as a mid-bass coaxial style driver in the back. And it has the full DSP. It has the full 12-channel DSP in it because it has the 8 to 12 aerospace in it. It is probably the most expensive alternative, but it's also the most awesomest alternative. In lieu of that, amplifiers, Arc makes it smaller, more reasonably priced in the Blackbird. Audison will throw in that. And then there's a couple 12-channel amplifiers, such as the Audison 12 to 14, as well as the Helix 12-channel V12. Now, when you go Helix also makes a whole Unleashed package. that they sell every speaker for that car. So they replace all of the 3.5s that are in it, like the 4 in the headrest, the ones in the ceiling, the ones in the dash. I think it's like a $10,000 system, which isn't bad if you're going to replace all 27 speakers. There again, so there's a lot of options as far as that goes. But most of what we've gotten is when you take out that unleashed system. Ford just did a really bad job with BO on that and just doing a really nice three-way set up front and some coaxials in the back. Kind of dumbing it down some. Actually sounds better. Hola, amigos. What's up, Oscar?
What's up, buddy?
Are we going to do the August
I
thing
have
or
no
what?
idea.
Come on, Oscar. What are we doing?
Yes.
What's Jay? Are we partying in Dallas or what, man?
Yeah.
We got to know. We got to get people excited about this stuff.
All right.
How do the new audio control subs sound, Fernando?
I have the 8. The what's the name? Spike.
Yes, I was going to say you have the Spike 8.
I just saw it, but it's not there.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, wow, you got Spike from PNW?
No.
Good job.
Anyway, I have the Spike 8-inch. I love it. It's loosened.
It's loosened up.
It's loosened up, and it sounds better.
So it does need a break in.
It needs to break in, yes. So
which a lot of the times those smaller woofers do.
So I mean, that's just me. I like small subwoofers, so I like it. It's nice. Yeah.
Having a good time?
Yes, I would love to have 2.
You'd love to have 2?
Yes, yeah. 2 8-inch.
Well, and I think the reason why, because you came down from a 10, you got really used to that 10-inch.
Yes.
More
output. Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting So
hooked in my 2 10s. Go in my truck this week. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you just put it in the truck and that's it, man.
I was gonna say, how hard is it? I mean, if you knew somebody like Oscar, you just drive over and be, bro, can I borrow your drill?
Can I buy your drill?
300 watts. So to answer Christian's question, he has 300 watts going to it right now.
Yeah, the AC, yeah.
Yeah. We're
they recommend like 5.
Well, it's 3 to 5. It's 3 to 5.
Yeah.
3
so
to 5. We're on the smaller side of that.
So we're in there. Yeah.
Yeah, we know. We're giving you a hard time, Chris. It's okay.
Always.
And he's talking about his Phantom truck because that's why we call him Phantom Cruise. Anyways. Oh, really? You're gonna try to fix the spelling now? I mean, come on, let it go, man.
Talking about spelling, did Sue told you about the class?
Oh, yeah.
And so she texts me and she's like,
so here's a funny one. So Sue and Haley, I took them to Knowledge Fest this year because it was in Orlando. I don't want to fly them out someplace. They could drive over. I got them a hotel room.
If they don't like it, they can drive.
And they don't like it, they can leave. And
sure.
We had our own stuff to do. I got them passes because they can get passes because of 5-star. And I was like, I don't know how much time I'll get to spend with you. We have stuff to do. Do whatever you want. So they both came to our Sunday morning class.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an hour and 10 minutes long. It was a very long class. It was social media, which is something we know a little bit about. And look at Doug coming in. And apparently I had made a grammatical error, which is totally expected because we couldn't finish the PowerPoint until Saturday because there was somebody else that was doing some stuff there and we needed to watch their class and see what he was talking about because our class was supposed to dovetail into his. He talked about stuff and then we show you how to do it. And so I had to finish it there. And, I'm not a dictionary. So
you owe me a lot of money to make me do that.
To make you do what?
To push me to do that stuff.
Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead. Continue with the stuff.
So the point is, Sue sits in the back of the class. Haley sits in the front of the class. Fernando's standing in the back. I'm doing the whole thing. It's over. Everyone had a good time. Clappy clap, great. And Sue walks up to me, and the only thing she says is, not good job. That was awesome. She's like, are you going to use that PowerPoint again? Because there was something I need to fix. And I'm just like, In my head, I'm saying bad words. And on the outside, I go, no, probably not. But if I do, I will let you have at it.
Proofread it. Yeah.
And of course, Haley, not missing a beat, goes, wow, that's all you have to say? Wow, not good job, Dad, or Dean, or anything. Wow, okay. And just kind of walks away. And I was like, thank you, Haley.
No, that's great. You know, I mean, to me, it's awesome because she actually paid attention of everything.
I'm not complaining.
You know?
I just thought it was funny. I honestly didn't think anything about it until Haley said anything. So I was like, did I misspell something?
I was trying to put something and I give it to Haley and I'm like, do you think that made sense? And she's like, honestly, I would give the phone to my mom so she can actually, like, she's good at that. And I'm like, okay. So,
to answer your question, I'm just going to say question.
All right, question.
The reason why the ground zero amplifier is not on the wall is because when we had the show we did for audio control, we removed all the competitor brands that were obvious. I mean, we didn't remove these over here because they're kind of out of frame and they don't really stand out.
Yeah.
But we removed them because we didn't think it was if you'll notice in that video, the subs were also gone. Because audio control was here in the studio, in the install bay. We wanted to make sure that their products were represented. So we added in the LC 1.800, the LC 51300, and then the Mexican edition Epicenter. And we took the other one down. They're sitting on the shelf over here. After that, we were super busy and we haven't had time to go back and remove these and replace them on the wall. So be patient.
To be honest, I really want to remove all the amplifiers and put something else there.
I don't know what though. You got to give me something.
I know that's what.
And if you notice, we added the Wired by 5-Star logo, which is the new new logo for us. I'll be your daughter if I can get it. I can play the raw astronauts. Oh yeah. This is my son over here. He looks older than you. Like I said, this is my son. He's got that Benjamin Button things going on.
That was great.
Oh God. Would you happen to have any Kicker L7X builds on the calendar? Will you be capturing? Yeah, and the installation video. I don't think we. I know we have the subwoofer in stock, and I was honestly shocked when I saw it there.
We have it.
Yeah, we have it in stock. It's just sitting in the bag on the floor. I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh. I did get a picture the other day. I showed you that picture the other day. Oh yeah, that's right. I showed you that picture. Anyways, not that I'm aware of. And if we do, yeah, of course we'll film it or at least we'll Instagram it. But I haven't talked to one person about it yet. So, I mean, it's not really our thing. So, you know, at some point I'd like to get one and put it in Haley's car, but I kind of shot my wish list when I asked for the half woofer. So if you know, the other guys that got woofers to build and put in boxes, I asked for the half woofer, which is over right there. I wanted that. To me, that was way cooler. So I kind of shot my ask. You know, at some point we might get one, but it won't be a 12. How would you guys run HDMI out from like a Halo 11 to a rear overhead from box that has HDMI input on outside of unit? Also, is the HDMI out pass-through always active for rear overhead? Okay, so yeah, it's an active output once you turn it on in the head unit, but I don't know. So this is one of those things that kind of throws me off. Like, I don't know how useful this feature is. I know it's something that Alpine does because Alpine makes an overhead, or they used to make an overhead. And the cool thing about that is they had remote control capability. So if you had the Alpine overhead and you had the Alpine screen and you connected all the wiring properly, you could control the units through each other, okay, which was really nice. So you could play, pause, stop, do all the other fun stuff. But then it became not a thing anymore because HDMI is one of those oddball, like, can you plug in your phone and watch something? A lot of the times you can anymore. You need like a Roku or a Google TV if they even make that Chromecast, because like most of these companies have killed the video out. Like it'll just pop up and say, please watch this on this other device or something like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That being the case, like the good AudioVox stuff usually has a streamer built into it, in which case I would just pair to my phone's Wi-Fi and watch, or get an in-car Wi-Fi and watch it that way. But if you want to watch it on the screen up front, I get it. Sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, you're going to have that HDMI that does one of these things. There's no good answer for that at all. Because I don't think it's a part of the board that you can remove. We used to do that stuff back in the day before it became really cool, but no. You might, even if you got like a 90, like a US HDMI with a 90, but you still, it's not going to work. It's going to hit the headliner, so it's going to look like crap. But I don't know. Car video to me really just doesn't make any sense. What about you? Anything? You got nothing.
To be honest, I got nothing.
You weren't even listening.
No,
okay,
I was
moving
just
on.
trying to. All right, so I have this one, but I can't find nothing. I'm sorry.
I have a Mazda CX-5 GT with Bose retaining factory head unit and scrapping the rest. Head unit output, low level, full signal. Ooh, do you have any experience with
differential signal from the head unit
to a DMA10? Wait a minute. Unit outputs low level, full signal. Okay. So, I mean, if it has a low level signal, differential signal from the head unit to the DMA10. All right. So what you're thinking is, can I just solder on some RCAs and plug it into the low level side of the DMA10? Mm-hmm. You might be able to do that. Yeah, you might be able to do that. I mean, I would definitely try it. The only thing you have to worry about is noise. I mean, we've done that before into amplifiers, plenty. I mean, we've done that into the D amplifiers. Mm-hmm. So, audio control is a weird one though when it comes to that, because I remember that one time we did the Mustang and it didn't like it at all. It liked it on the LC, it hated it on the D.
Yeah.
So that was a long time ago though. But no, give it a try. I mean,
thank you, Jason.
Most expensive, worst speaker heard. You got an answer for that one?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
I mean, it's really hard.
I have an answer.
Okay.
And I know it's your answer.
It's my answer.
It's your answer.
Okay.
You know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, in a little room. We walked in, and they had it all set up. They were the home speakers.
Well, see, I'm not. No, I can't say that, because no, because at the end of the day, that was like,
was it fair?
I didn't have I don't have a good reference to say yes.
Well, no, but you know it sounds good, and those did not sound good. The only thing that could possibly be the problem was that it was just set up, and I don't know if it was tuned for the room or anything. You know, I don't think Nick went in there and spent like 10 hours trying to make it sound better, but I didn't like them.
I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, apparently people love them because they sell 20 some odd pairs or 30 pairs a year, and they're $1 million.
So if they sell 20 pairs, and the speakers 40. Are $1 million, I'm pretty sure they sound good. I think it's just the room. It's just the room. Okay. Yeah, if it's not set up, I don't know. I have no idea, man.
I have no idea either. I just know we sat there and we're like, please stop.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not going to say the name. But
$1 million?
Yeah, it was $1 million. Car speaker wise?
Car side, yes. Like, I'm guessing it's just.
I don't know. I mean, I would have to really think on that. Cause
I don't think it's a bad speaker. I think it's just probably a bad tune.
Usually it's a bad tune.
Because
it's a bad tune or the speaker isn't broken in.
The speaker is not like, for example, like when you heard first time
Utopia
M's, you're like, I don't like
these
them.
Are terrible.
You know, they're terrible, blah blah blah.
But then I got to hear Wayne's car, and they've been in there for 1.5 years,
and you changed your mind.
Amazing. I was like, oh, damn. Okay, finally someone can let me hear these, and they sound like amazing. So I backed off on that.
Right.
But I also prefaced it with, like, the only set I've ever heard, they were brand new, and they sucked.
Yeah.
You know, and that just wasn't my thing.
And I heard some cars that they have good speakers, but they are bad tunes, and it's not the speaker. You know?
And if you have a bad tune, Fernando will be more than happy to tell you that he thinks your car sounds.
No.
You'll go, so what are we trying to do here? That's his line. If you get to, so what are we trying to do here? I can tell you right now, he does not like your car. He thinks it sounds bad.
That is not true, bro. That is not true.
Oh, man, you're great, dude.
Oh, you know what? I totally forgot, and
you figured it out?
No.
Oh.
Chris.
Which
That's
Chris?
Chris?
Which Chris?
Best Buy?
Chris Vieira.
Yes,
Chris Vieira from Best Buy.
He had his car.
Yes, he did.
And he's like, man, I have my car. I will love for you guys to hear my car.
I really wanted. I didn't know.
I wanted to hear that.
I wanted to hear it too
because he has an upfront base. It has a 215. I believe in the back.
The only time I saw his car was when they were getting in it to go to dinner, and we were getting in ours to go to dinner. I never saw him down by the bar. I guess they went to bed at night. I saw his two guys more than I think I saw him. Yeah,
I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I wanted
because
to hear
I'm like,
too.
Hey man, he's like, man, I done a lot of tuning on my car, so I'm like, okay, I want to hear that.
I saw him in a couple classes, but we never got a chance to hang out. It was kind of a bummer.
Oh man,
it happens. But anyways, guys, it's been a Monday.
Twice in one day. Woo! That's Mikey.
Mr. Mike Rios.
He's gonna be there.
He's gonna be there. We're
there
gonna
you
see
go.
him in
We're
a week.
gonna see him.
A week in
in
3
weeks?
days. No. I mean, we're gonna see. We'll see him
2 weeks.
Wednesday or Thursday. I mean, it's not 2 weeks. It's Monday.
Yeah.
That's 1 week in like 3 days.
Okay.
I mean, he might get in on Thursday morning, but my guess is he'll get in on Thursday night. Do you guys have a car audio collection? Of course we have a car audio collection. Ooh.
Wednesday. Okay, I will see you Wednesday, Mikey. Yeah.
And I think Phantom Chris, have a good week. Have a good one. Have a great week.
Hey, I will see you guys tomorrow here on Instagram.
Hey guys, before we go, we screwed something up, and I really need to do this. 12-volt Clean Wire Club, car of the day or install of the day. It went to, who did it go to?
We screwed it up. So
this was a really awesome install that Fernando saw. This was a boat, I believe. Was this a boat or a car? Race car. Looks like a race car.
I don't know what it is.
Looks like a boat. It's a boat. It's definitely a boat.
It's so nice, very clean, very organized, having so many relays and everything. His name is Anthony Geek. It looks like looks like a boat. No, it's like a razor, bro.
It could be a race car.
Look.
Oh, it's a race car.
It's a race car.
Very good. So it's a race car. So great job on the race car wiring job. Looks fabulous. Make sure you guys post your pictures at 12-volt Clean Wire Club. We love that.
That specific is brought to you by Tsunami.
Yes, it was brought to you by Tsunami. And if you'd like to know more, if you'd like to know about the cool tools we use, or like the IRTA that we showed that little video at the beginning, you can find that at DNF Tool Drawer. That's DNF Tool Drawer. And of course, you can always head over. That's it right there. And of course, you can always head over to DNF Swag. Get the Do You Even zip tie, bro. You can pick one of those up in a long sleeve. Wow, $25. Definitely a good deal.
Buy now.
And he needs one of those because he definitely knows how to zip tie, bro. That's it. That's the show for you guys. I'm coming Tampa. I'll come see you guys if we're here. So we will be gone next week from Wednesday to Monday.
You guys work next Monday? No,
we're off Monday. We got a really screwed up week, man. Trust me. We have. It's gonna be interesting. What is that? What is Punchy Q on DSR? Well, Punchy Q is Rockford Fosgate's patented, not really, punch bass. It's a 45 dB wide Q EQ boost. It's at 45 hertz, wide Q. When you turn it on, it makes the music go boom. And you turn it on more, it goes even more boom. I'm a big fan. I really like it. I usually set it to the 12 o'clock setting, and that's where I start. And Sometimes I'll turn it up more. Sometimes I won't. But I love it.
See you guys tomorrow, hopefully in 5 minutes with 5-star on Instagram. If you guys don't follow us, follow us. It's a lot of information. Dean answered a lot of questions in there. It's never 5 minutes. It's always like 3.5 hours.
And yes, we're going to have a normal week for you, so there will be videos for you guys to watch this week. And if I have time, I'm going to try to edit some for next week while we're gone. I can't promise you anything, but we'll do the best we can.
Finally.
If not, the one cool thing about going to Mobile Solutions with Orca is that there is time for us to actually film content while we're there. Yeah. So, and go on lives and do stuff like that.
Do a live with Mike, you know?
Or just do a live outside with Sage smoking a cigarette going, why are you guys filming me smoking a cigarette?
You guys are all dumb.
You guys are all dumb.
You need power.
You need power.
Yeah, that's what you need.
All right. You guys have a great night. See ya.